Hi everybody, I'm Teresa and this is day 4 in week 10 that I'm out of school and I read you chapter 5 of Amelia, Bedelia, Goes Wild Yesterday, so today I'll read you chapter 6. Chapter 6, Watched Like a Shonk. After lunch, Miss Shonk began talking about endangered animals. Amelia Bedelia took a big risk by peeking in her notebook at the list she had made of cool animals for her zoo. List of animals: Angel, ball python; Roger, kids on bus; giant cat; Heather, chinchilla; Joy, rabbit; Penny, mouse. She still felt bad about turning down Roger's deer head. She knew that zoologists and scientists often study stuffed animals from long ago. Then she remembered that last year Roger had brought a beautiful lizard for show and tell. It was green with gold spots and bright blue lines around its eyelids. Amelia Bedelia made sure that Miss Shonk wasn't looking and wrote Roger a note. She folded the note into a tiny square, wrote Roger on the outside, and passed it to Penny. Just as Miss Shonk looked up, beep! Very quietly and very carefully, the note was passed from student to student until it reached Roger. Miss Shonk was talking about polar bears when Amelia Bedelia got her answer. In a few years, Miss Shonk polar bears might go extinct. Dear Roger, please bring your amazing lizard over to my house. I'll put it in my zoo. Sorry about the deer. Amelia Bedelia. No, I don't believe it, blurted out Amelia Bedelia. The entire class stared at her. You disagree, Amelia Bedelia? Asked Miss Shonk. What if an animal disappears? That's okay, said Amelia Bedelia. If their coats or skins let them blend in, that protects them. You're getting ahead of us, said Miss Shonk. We'll talk about natural camouflage next. What Amelia Bedelia had not believed was the answer to her note. Amelia Bedelia. My lizard was a gecko named George. He died. Roger. Amelia Bedelia wrote back, Roger. I'm sorry, Amelia Bedelia. When Miss Shonk turned toward the board, Amelia Bedelia held out the note to Penny, but Penny didn't take it. Amelia Bedelia looked at her. Beep! Penny was staring straight ahead, ignoring Amelia Bedelia and the note. Beep! Amelia Bedelia had forgotten the first rule of passing a note at school. Never take your eyes off the teacher. Beep! But it was too late. Amelia Bedelia looked up at Miss Shonk and froze like a baby bunny in an open field. The hawk came swooping down the aisle. Gleaming red talons plucked the note out of Amelia Bedelia's hand. I'll take this young lady, and I'll see you after school. Looking at the rest of the class, she added, and if I hear one more beep out of anyone while I am teaching you, we'll all join Amelia Bedelia. Amelia Bedelia, Miss Shonk said at the end of the day, I'm so disappointed. You're usually so considerate. You pay attention. You ask good questions. Now you're drawing plans for a zoo and passing notes? After I missed the trip to the zoo, said Amelia Bedelia, I just wanted to do something fun with my class and animals. Tears welled up in Amelia Bedelia's eyes. I see, said Miss Shonk. How's it going? Are you making progress? Amelia Bedelia thought for a few seconds. Then she said, "Pretty good, but it isn't easy to make an interesting zoo, especially if you can't have the type of animals that can eat you." Miss Shong laughed and Amelia Bedelia smiled back. "You know," said Miss Shong, I have been to lots of zoos all over the world and I've seen thousands of animals." "I'd love that," said Amelia Bedelia. "It's fun to see them," said Miss Shong. "But I've always wondered what it's like to be them." "That's more interesting," said Amelia Bedelia. Miss Shong nodded. "Pay more attention in class and you might get an idea for your zoo." She handed a note back to Amelia Bedelia. "I promise," said Amelia Bedelia. "In my class," said Miss Shong, "you can keep your head in the clouds as long as your feet are on the ground." Getting in trouble and staying after school meant that Amelia Bedelia missed her bus, so her feet were definitely on the ground. As she waited on the bench out front for her mother to pick her up, she thought about her zoo, her friends, and what Miss Shonk had said. She looked up at the sky. She could never look at the clouds without seeing animals in them. Today, she spotted an entire zoo overhead. A hippopotamus drifted by, a rhinoceros chasing a cheetah away from a gazelle. They raced around a huge cloud that didn't have much shape. It was round on the top and flat on the bottom like a giant tortoise with its head and legs tucked inside its shell. "No, wait a second." Amelia Bedelia couldn't believe it. It was a pie! A pie in the sky! She pointed at it, but no one was around to share it with her. Suddenly, it changed into a lizard and scampered away. "If there can be a pie in the sky," Amelia Bedelia said, "then there can be a zoo in my backyard." Bye everybody, I'll read you chapter 7 tomorrow.